Ready to make a difference? This is the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce podcast, where we connect you with the stories behind our local businesses.
Welcome to the Palm Harbor podcast. I'm your host, Kert Rhodes, and guess who we have today? Yes, sir. It's Mike Alvarez.
Hey, Kurt, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm well, man. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right, let's talk about the hat. Gotta talk about the hat. That was a great entrance. I did like that.
Yeah, well, it's part of my position as the mayor. It is an honorary thing, but I wanted to put some legitimate legs under it, some validity. So
okay, talk about the validity. Let's talk about that honorary mayor, because we are unincorporated in Palm Harbor. We don't have a mayor. We don't have a city hall. Floor is yours. Why are you the honorary mayor?
Well, what made me mayor is basically local philanthropy, and which I owe to the chamber. So we are unincorporated. We don't have a real government. I think it was in like the 80s. The chamber wanted to do something fun and, give a title to somebody who did something for the community.
Correct.
So they launched the race. A few people chose charities to run on behalf of, and every dollar's a vote. Most votes wins, and I got the crown, or the top hat.
I was going to say top hat, not a crown.
Well, it's a crown to me.
Yeah,
I feel like a king in it.
And who do you, with your foundation?
Oh, yeah. So I ran on behalf of a charity called Sleep in Heavenly Peace.
Yes.
And they build beds for, local kids in the area who don't have beds to sleep on. So that's something that's near and dear to my heart.
Right.
I kind of grew up in a similar situation. So when we were introduced to them, it just made the most sense that, they're the ones I want to run on behalf of. I actually ran 2 years in a row. I came in second the year before. Silver still shines. Still proud of that. But between the two campaigns, or terms, if you will, I think we raised something like $8,000, like $8,000 or $9,000.
Good for you.
Yeah, each bed is like $250, so we were able to build somewhere between like 50 and 60 beds, give or take a few dollars or beds there. But yeah, I mean that meant a lot to us.
Now, you do these events like once a year, right?
What, the builds?
Yes.
No, the builds are like every weekend, but because they don't just exist because I'm running for mayor. It's
Well, I know in the Parks and Rec of the CSA, you actually were taking part of the parking lot. And you were actually building the beds, and you had all those tools out there, and making the beds from scratch.
Yeah. So the money that I raised during my campaign went towards sponsoring a build.
Okay.
So the money that we raised, their calendar is so far out. We always made it like February-ish, something like that. So
Cooler out.
It wasn't so hot.
Right.
But we did them at the end of, well after the end of the campaign, but every year.
So let me give it a better understanding. So you made 50 or 60 bids, which is kudos to you. That's incredible. Where do they go to? Are they going to local?
It's all local. So Sleep in Heavenly Peace has like a sign-up sheet on their website. You do have to qualify.
Okay.
There are some things that...
What is that website? Sorry to cut you off, but do you know what the website is?
Oh, off the top of my head, no. I just have it favorited. It's just Google Sleep in Heavenly Peace Tampa.
Okay.
Maybe .org. I don't know. Cut that out.
Right.
But yeah, so you would register yourself or your child for a bed, and they have not an extensive vetting process, but they do have a vetting process. They want to make sure it goes to someone
the correct people.
Yeah, who is most deserving. So you do that, and you're on the list, and it's down the list as it goes. So I think they're like well over 1,000, maybe 1,500 beds needed by now. So. And that number's growing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So that's why it's important that we continue to build with them, and they'll be a part of my personal and professional life. Forever.
Well, thank you for everything you do, because that's it's very important.
No, it is.
It really is. Just like you said, unfortunately, the number keeps going up.
Yeah, and I slept on like a couch or like shared a bed with my parents for. Probably up until the middle of middle school. So I knew what it felt like to have your own bed.
Right.
It was like a sense of independence, like going from your bike to your car.
Yeah.
It does mean a lot, and it hits hard, and it's a lasting effect. Good sleep is a good mind, is a good future. If you're constantly tossing and turning on the floor.
Well, I think you've done a fantastic job being our honorary mayor.
Thank you.
Not always easy to do, because it takes a lot of time out of your schedule to show up, go to these events, explain to them what honorary mayor really is. You wear your top hat, we kind of joke about it, but in seriousness, it means a lot. There's a lot of meaning behind that hat.
Yeah, there's
a lot of meaning behind that shirt you're wearing and
the pin.
And the pin that you're wearing.
Yeah, I didn't try to lampoon it, but I did want to add some fun and like flavor to it.
Sure.
And it's a bit of a peacock method. When I show up to an event, they're like, "Who the hell's the Monopoly guy?" Like eyes are on me, and it draws attention, and it gets you asking questions.
It does.
Why are you dressed like that? What's with the hat? It's 1,000,000 degrees out. You're all black. What are you doing?
Yeah, right.
And I get to go in and talk about the chamber, explain how I became the honorary mayor.
Yep.
I get to promote Sleep in Heavenly Peace more. I get to promote my not my business, the business I work for, and it's just a good conversation piece, and it's better than just showing up in a white T-shirt and everyone saying that's the mayor, and it's like cool, it's like wait, who's that guy?
Yeah, no, I like the being different because it attracts the attention to you.
Yeah,
which is great.
Because
a lot of people are going,
don't
wait
like.
a minute, what is that guy wearing that top hat? What does he think he's Abraham Lincoln? What is he doing? And it's funny because I'll say, go talk to him.
Yeah,
and ask him.
Exactly.
And then they're smile. They're like, hey, what are you doing? And they go, oh, and they find out who you really are and what you do. Yes, you work for Edgewater Insurance and you help people with their homeowners insurance and car insurance and all that stuff. But behind that is the top hat.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, it's weird too, like and because I wear that and I'm known for it and the flannel, but dude, I go to Publix and people are like, it's the mayor. Like I was walking my dog one day down the trail and someone's like, what's up, mayor? And I'm like, I'm not even wearing the top hat. Like
hey.
it's it's a recognizing piece. So
right.
it's been good. It's been really good.
Awesome. Like it's probably a lot of exposure. Right?
Yeah, great exposure.
Just for your business, which we're gonna jump right into right now. Tell everybody what you do.
Yeah, so I'm Mike Alvarez. I work for Edgewater Insurance. We are a local insurance agency. We do personal lines, commercial lines. We're able to shop it. We pride ourselves on our ability to be accurate and quick. So we utilize technology to get it to you the quickest. And we have essentially all of the best carriers in the state. So we're able to be competitive. We're able to, provide like a white glove type of service for you or anyone looking, for any type of insurance.
Nice with the price, right?
Yeah, Mr. Nice with the price, but better with the service. The best insurance agent in all the land.
But why do you say that?
Well, it started as a joke, much like the top hat, but sometimes,
But it's interesting, and I don't want to interrupt you, but you've been doing that for what, maybe 2 years now?
Yeah.
For the most part, 2 years, right?
Yeah.
And at first, everybody's like, oh, that's a good, catchy slogan, blah, blah, blah. But now, it's a little different.
Well, yeah, again, like it started as a joke, but then
now it's the seriousness of it.
Yeah, they say that, and then they see that. And like Edgewater, we're referral based. That's right. Why we're so heavily involved in like the community and the chamber and stuff, because we don't do any advertising, any marketing. And I did set myself a bar so high. I wanted to say, hey, I'm the best one in the game. Let me prove it to you. And then once I do, they're like, hey, he's not lying.
Right. He is our honorary mayor.
Yeah.
He does wear a top hat.
Yeah.
But he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Politicians lie, but insurance agents don't.
Right. Okay. How long have you been with Edgewater?
Coming up on like 4 years.
Okay. And what did you do before that?
Yeah, it's I was thinking about that out there actually. It's interesting how I got where I am. So like in high school, you do the normal thing. You do the fast food jobs, stuff like that. Okay. I did a lot of bouncing around just to see what I liked. I went from like fast food to casual restaurants. I tried to be an electrician. I tried to be an HVAC technician. Tried to start my own t-shirt company. Like I did all this stuff, and along that journey, you acquire certain skill sets that maybe you don't know that's what you're doing. Like if this was like a video game, you're like building player stats. I wasn't like, oh, let me go ahead and front load all my speaking ability or processing or whatever. But throughout the long journey, it was a long time coming, but I acquired all these skill sets, and then this job offer was presented to me, and it's crazy how all the things that I learned along the way just meld together. It's like I modeled the clay person that I am today, and
right. I mean, everything happens for a reason, right?
Yeah,
so
no, I believe that, but it
fits
fits.
Those obstacles.
Yeah, and it fits. Like I don't want to say this was my calling, but yeah, no, it's.
But it fits like a glove right now.
Yeah, it's insane how like I never saw myself here, but now that I'm here, it's weird. Like how didn't I? Like how did I not see myself ending up here?
Fair enough. I mean, Justin's obviously the owner. He's your best friend.
Yeah, my boss and my best friend.
That's cool. Very
And the
cool.
best boss in all the land.
There you go. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So tell us more about Mike Alvarez. What else do you do behind the scenes? Besides sell insurance and be our honorary mayor?
Yeah, I'm a pretty colored person, you know. I have my little quirks and stuff. So I was born in Miami a long time ago. We actually survived Hurricane Andrew down there.
Yeah.
And
1992.
92. I was born in 90. And my dad was a not really traveling, but he's like a cable repairman. So anytime there was storm damage, he would go, you know, he'd go to Guam. Like he would go anywhere. But something happened in Clearwater. I didn't even know what Clearwater was. And he ended up having like a summer job on the beach fixing cable up here. And we moved here in Clearwater in like 95. And that's when the tallest building on Clearwater Beach was like 2 stories. So like I've been here forever. I've seen the growth. I've seen all of this area, you know, explode. So, but that moved me to Dunedin, and I've been Dunedin everything. Since 2nd grade, I graduated in Dunedin. And again, just like bouncing around, doing all kinds of stuff that led me to where I am now. I've had a bunch of friends in Palm Harbor. Now I live in Palm Harbor. I network in Palm Harbor. I just like to do stuff, again, saying like you never thought you'd be where you are now. Because of the road traveled getting me here to Palm Harbor, all my success is in Palm Harbor. So I owe everything to Palm Harbor. So I do everything in Palm Harbor. You know, I visit the local restaurants, the bars. I volunteer for them. We host events. We do everything we can for the community.
That's awesome.
They made me, so.
Exactly. You give back to the community. You give back to your foundation. You network very well.
Thanks.
Right? And speaking of networking, let's kind of dive into, it's YPN, right? Young Professional?
No. So, no, it's the Young Profits.
Young Profits. Sorry.
Yeah, so, you know, we've been in the chamber for, I don't know, probably going on 3 years now. I'm not really sure how long, but yeah, just all the benefits and people that we've met. And again, it's about giving back. We noticed that the chamber is a little bit on the older side, right? You're not going to be a chamber member forever.
Right.
But again, like loving the community that I'm in and giving back and what they do for us, we want to return the favor. So we created a sub-chamber, if you will, of the Young Profits. It's tailored to younger professionals in the area. We want to bring youth to the chamber, provide resources for their businesses. Like maybe they don't know how to, you know, apply for a credit card or how to do taxes or whatever. Just
another way of helping. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, and it's longevity for the chamber as well. Because if we can bring in the 18 to 30s that we want, you know, you're what, 65 now, so that guy will be at least a member for another 35 years.
Thanks, Mike.
Nah, you look good for 65.
55. That's okay.
But still,
point
point proven.
You're an insurance guy. You got numbers mixed up. I get it.
Yeah, I'm not an accountant.
Exactly.
No, but yeah, it's an initiative we wanted to launch to just help young people. I just recently learned there's actually I forgot what it's called, the KBAM. I think it's called at PHU at Palm Harbor University, and it's a business like group in the high school about it's young kids that going in with intent. Yeah. To own businesses coming out of school. And we actually had our Young Profits meeting yesterday, and Kelly Lilly came and she told us all about it and how she wants to connect us with them. So maybe in the near future we could use that as a funnel. You know, those young professionals leave high school, don't know what to do. Obviously they're young, whether it's young in age or young in business.
Part of your foundation.
Yeah, we want to bring them to the chamber and teach them how to network, teach them, you know, the value of a good network and, you know, like-minded individuals who, I mean, we all want each other to succeed. So.
Yeah, Young Profits, I think, will be another dynamic, I guess, sub-division of the chamber. Because I think, again, it's very important, you know, because if you look at it as high schools, we look at it as, because I'm a business owner, you're like, oh, maybe we can get some interns in here, and maybe you get people that want to get into title insurance. Not everybody signs up for that, right? Or signs up for insurance. But you can kind of help them navigate where they want to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Because a lot of them just go there for education, and all of a sudden the door is slammed. They're like,
yeah, what do I do?
Yeah, where do I go? I go fast food. I try this. I try that. I mean, sometimes they know what their calling is, but sometimes you really got to dig through the trenches to try to find out what you really are about and what you really want to do.
Yeah, and coming to the chamber would actually expedite, say, my life path, because I had to go do those jobs, you know, every day, every year for the last decade or two, and they can come here where it's essentially a job fair every day, right?
Yeah.
You come and you meet a plumber, you meet a title guy, you meet a roofer, you meet, you know, a dog trainer. Like you're exposed to so many different professional people, and they're your neighbors, you know.
So does Young Profits have a website?
Yeah, we're working on it now, but it's not going to be its own individual website. Again, it's
kind of a subdivision.
It's based off the chamber, so we want you to go to the chamber website, and we're going to have, you know, our own landing page.
Okay.
But yeah, we're working on that now.
And it's 30 and under.
Well, right now it's 40.
40 under. Okay.
But
sorry.
It being so new, you know, we just want to grow.
Yeah, because you just started this mainly in June, right?
I mean, yeah, we've had our third meeting, and we meet once a month.
Right.
But yeah, so as Young Profits grows and gets bigger, we are going to shrink it.
Right.
We're going to lower the age because we want to target younger, you know, the younger demographic. Plus, we want it to be fun for them. You know, no offense to digging at ages again, but not everybody wants to go to LBC and hang out with their uncles and grandpas, you know?
True.
Young kids want to go paintballing or candle making or sushi rolling or whatever, you know, things that...
Sushi roll, that's a good idea. I like
yeah,
that.
well, you can come. You're allowed. There's not an age cap yet.
I can be a grandpa and show up, right?
Well, and that's also the beauty, too. Like, again, why we're also having the age so wide right now, because those that want to come in and help us grow it, you know, being on the older side, we want to set them up as mentors. So maybe someone comes in and does want to do title. We can just hook them up with you, and then now, you know, they call Kert for advice or need something, and it's all going to be because, you know, we're basically bridging the gap, right? We got
Absolutely.
the young and the old and bring them together to be not so old.
Well, I think you hit on the nail on the head. The 20-year-olds, the 25-year-olds, the 30 don't really want to hang out with the 55 and 65, 75.
Yeah, there's just different interests, you know, and even
I get that. I totally
different
understand
conversations, you know.
Totally different.
We're talking about our backs hurting AARP, and they're like trying to figure out, like, you know, where the next dance is.
Yeah,
you know? It's like it's completely different, and we want to welcome them into a place that, you know, they're going to be comfortable with people around them, like in the same demographic community.
Kudos to you, man. Good luck with that. So, speaking
well, really quick to end on that, speaking with Matt yesterday, apparently we've already had a couple conversions, so it's already working as planned.
Good. Very good.
Some young profits are now chamber members.
Awesome. There you go.
You're welcome.
So, speaking about the chamber, how did you get involved in the chamber? Why did you get involved in the chamber?
Well, again, Edgewater not doing, you know, any marketing or advertising. So we started in BNI, like I'm in a BNI group, and I met someone who was in the chamber in BNI, and they're like, you should come check out the chamber. It's a bigger group. It's, you know, more people to meet, really expand your networking. And also at the time, I used to be agoraphobic, fun fact. I was terrified of, you know, going out in public, speaking, stuff like that. I was like shaking, giving my presentations, and Drew actually was like, hey man, come to the chamber, come check it out. It's fun, it's less pressure, you know, and you'll get better at the stuff that, you know, you want to get better at. So he introduced us to the chamber. Justin and I came, actually my first event, we weren't members yet, but it was at the Christmas sweater pub crawl a few years ago. And I had fun, and I got a contact. I ended up, you know, doing business my first day there.
I think that was the first day I met you.
It probably was.
I think I met you right here at Smugglers.
It was Thirsty Marlin.
Maybe it was Thirsty Marlin. Yes.
That's where my first stop was. But
I think you're exactly right.
But yeah, I got business. So immediately right away, you know, I went back to Justin, and we've been, you know, talking it over back and forth a lot, and he's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. If it's effective like that, and you say it's cool, it's fun, like, it wasn't my idea or anything, but we made the decision to, you know, join the chamber, and once we did, it kind of took off from there, because, you know, again, it's all like-minded, you know, professionals, business owners. We all want success for each other.
Sure.
We melded well. You know, we were everywhere. We wanted to be visible. We wanted people to know not only who we were, but, you know, that we took this serious. Because in all honesty, there's, you know, 500 chamber members, and I've met 70 of them.
Right.
You know, not everyone
And I think that's
utilizes
norm, right?
it.
You have like a little over 400 members. You know how many people would actually show up. But I think the interesting thing about the Palm Harbor Chamber is how many people actually show up to our events on a regular basis. Right?
Yeah, and I like that.
There's a good, I call them an army. There's pretty much between 25 and 35 that show up almost at every event.
Yeah.
Which is really, really good.
Yeah.
Our luncheons, 50, 60, sometimes 70 people. So there's a lot of interaction. And then I think the chamber is nice to be, because it kills two birds with one stone. You are able to give back to the community because it's just not about the chamber. There's a lot of different avenues that you can help beyond with the chamber. Ambassador, being on the board. We'll get to that later. But also be able to network your business.
Yeah, no, it made too much sense. It's like, why wouldn't we? And it is effective. If you use it as it should be used, you're gonna get it back tenfold. I mean,
absolutely.
And it's fun. It really is fun.
It's what you put into it, right?
Yeah, like being a scared kid at my house, just like bored, like, oh, let me stare at walls. Like there's always something going on. So it's like, oh, what's going on today? Like,
right.
Oh yeah, there's this, or we're meeting there, we're doing that. It for me personally helped me grow socially, and that's
to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, that's big to me too, especially in my line of business.
Yeah.
Like we do a lot of stuff where we have to go meet strangers and do stuff where if I was just always like had my blinders on and in the corner, I wouldn't be successful. So I was like kind of forced to grow.
Yeah.
That's actually how how I started running for mayor is everyone saw I was like shy and nervous and stuff.
Yes,
and,
you were.
yeah, and they were like, what would be good for you? You should run for mayor. And I didn't even know what that meant.
Right.
I was like, what do you do? And they told me, and it was actually Barb Mastrota was like, she's like, I'll back you. I was like, okay,
you took it on full
sign
force,
me in.
man.
Yeah, I hit the ground running. I had to.
I think you did a really good job.
Yeah, thanks. I am proud of myself.
You
for
have grown exponentially in the last couple of years.
And that's because of the chamber.
Yeah.
Like, I mean that genuinely. It is.
I think you do. I think you have, and there's so many other things that are going on in your life with the young prophets, and you probably do other networking events as well. But again, you have to really pivot all the time. And when you start to pivot, you create more of a confidence in yourself, right? Because before you didn't want to come outside.
Yeah.
You didn't want to see anybody.
And now people say I'm too confident.
Yeah. Now I can't shut you up, right? No.
Yeah, no, that's, I say that all the time.
And that's
I'm like,
great.
Yeah, I used to be the quiet little, I was the little scared puppy, and now I'm the loud and proud seagull stealing the sandwich out of your mouth.
When you get to my age, 55, which is probably going to be in about 30 years. How old are you right now?
20. It'll be 20 years.
So you're 35, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in 20 years, you're going to look back and say, that guy was just like me. Because he's going to be 25 or 35 when you're going to be 55 and you're going to be part of the chamber.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, and that's, again, like the young prophets thing. Like, that's what we want. We want to see the growth.
Absolutely.
I would love to have the member that joined last week, I want to watch them grow, in the chamber, in the community.
There's certain people that you're probably going to run into that you're like, you know what? I need to help that person. Why? Because I can see the potential.
Yeah.
And they need a little bit of guidance. They need a little bit of help. Put your arm around them and take them under your wing.
I absolutely will. That's what got me here. Like, even like growing up, going through school, like, I had friends' parents that saw something in me that were, they'd take me under their wing and teach me stuff, and family members. And I think it's important. You should have a support system like that is willing to, water your little flower and make you bloom. So because that happened to me, I'm a pay it forward guy. So I would. That's my goal, honestly.
Okay.
I never thought I would be this philanthropic.
You
like,
never saw this coming, did you?
Yeah, like a big brother, whatever. Like, never. But now, again, it's like that's all I see. I can't imagine not being helpful. Like, I can't imagine. I feel like I would be like stagnated or something. It wouldn't make sense to be not given, but to have produced all this with help, to not turn around and help.
Right. Give back to others.
Yeah.
Right. So in closing, all these people are going to be listening to you. They're going to be like, so why do I want to become a chamber member?
Well, you get to hang out with me.
There you go.
No, there's a lot of benefits. Again, like there's somebody for everybody to help you grow. Maybe you're not good at certain things, or you don't know where certain things are going on. This is the most supportive network I've ever been a part of. As we discussed the whole time, they took me from a little baby boy to a grown adult now. I feel like a man. I owe my success, a major part of it, to the Palm Harbor Chamber. And if you are unsure of anything, reach out to me. I would love to point you in the right direction, as I was pointed in.
You can explain your experience. And I think a lot of people will gravitate toward it. I go, wow, he went from here to here.
Yeah, very quickly. If you hear the testimonies, you wouldn't believe it, but it's true, and it's because of the chamber, honestly.
Well, Mike, our honorary mayor, thank you. Appreciate it. Again, he's with Edgewater Insurance. Love the top hat. Love the shirt. Love the... Yeah.
It's a pin.
The pin. Thank you. I was going to call it something else, but thanks again.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Appreciate and, I'd love to be back for...
All the best with you, with young professionals. I know you guys are young prophets, I should say. If you have any questions, contact Mike Alvarez. Young Prophets. Appreciate it, man. Nice with the price.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Palm Harbor Chamber newsletter for updates and the next episode. A big thank you to our trustees for their incredible support. This podcast was produced by ABS Photo and Video.